Good morning, Rain.
Happy Wednesday. It is Kim Ward, your favorite Pinterest trainer, and it's Wednesday, which means we're here for your Pinterest tip of the week. I just want to share something real quick because I was watching the Ray Daily a few minutes ago. And obviously, it is Wealth Wednesday, and this is something that we here as a community have been doing since the inception of Rank Makers back in 2017. And it's really been so life changing. And Ray shares with us all the reasons why, right? From a psychology standpoint, from a faith and spiritual standpoint, and just from breaking the money love or the love for mammon and the fear that it won't come back. My pastor, who our family loves and adores, we have a church that we love so much. His son is a brand new student this year at Charis Bible College out in Colorado. Sadly, that is where Charlie Kirk was due to speak the day after he passed. And our pastor, had sent out an email just looking for financial partners for his son's school. I mean, as a pastor, I don't know what he makes, but he did put that call out, and I felt that the Holy Spirit gave me a number that said, I want you to donate this amount of money to his son's tuition. And I did with obedience, without hesitation, because I can, because I want to. And again, it boils down to obedience more than anything. So I just quietly made the donation. And even though it's not a random act of financial kindness, this is what all the years of doing Wealth Wednesday has allowed me to grow into. I'll still leave money in Walmart or wherever at the gas station, do different things, but there are times where I'm called to step into bigger acts of financial kindness. And so I received a beautiful, beautiful email from my pastor who said, Sis, I see you out there. I see you online. You're always stepping in and, not coming to everybody's rescue, but the way he worded it was, you're so giving, right? Of your time, of your resources. And he's like, can you teach me how to make more money? And that touched my heart more than anything. And I thought, this all stemmed from Wealth Wednesday. True story. So you never know what seeds you're planting and what's going to happen. Okay. So speaking of planting seeds, I want to help you do that through Pinterest marketing. Pinterest is so powerful. And if you've had any kind of misconceptions about the platform or about potentially having one more thing to do on your plate, you may be just kind of swiping by these videos of mine every Wednesday. And so I want to encourage you to lean in because today I've got an invitation. I'm going to go really, really deep on Friday, September 26th. This is a 90-minute immersive training for those who are hungry to learn a very simple 3-step formula to finally profiting from your Pinterest efforts, even if you're new. All right. This masterclass is completely free. You just have to register and make sure that you're on the list because that's who I'm communicating with. I'm not going to spam anybody and talk to anyone who's not interested in being there. So it's called Pins to Paychecks. That's happening next Friday, September 26th. I would love to have you. Space is limited. My Zoom can only fit 500 people or something like that. And the last time we did this, we had over 700 people register, and there's a lot of people fighting to get in the Zoom room. So get yourself registered, even if you've got a big question mark of where do I stand with Pinterest, because today there's some things that I need you to stop doing in order to be effective and efficient on the Pinterest platform. And then I also want to talk about the 3 types of people who are over there on Pinterest, because it's very, very different than social media, right? We took a platform, the one that we're on right now, and we turned it into a way to build our businesses and to network. And that was really never what Zucker wanted for us, right? This is a social environment. We as marketers just got super clever. And then when the algorithms change or we're suppressed or things, we get really irritated and upset with something that was never meant for us in the first place, right? So when you have your lead magnets, your YouTube channels, your podcasts, your digital or physical products, Pinterest is the place that welcomes your links, that welcomes everything that you have to offer, because the first type of person on the Pinterest platform, they're ready to buy. They're ready to buy. So what I need you to stop doing is stop going over to Pinterest and using attraction marketing. You don't need to warm these people up. Oh, who's ever said that to you before? It's true. There's 578 million monthly active users on the Pinterest platform. Pinterest corporate has shared with us that 85% of those humans, this is a huge number, 85% of those humans have their credit card out and they're ready to purchase. They're ready to buy. This goes against everything that we've been taught throughout the years, right? And it's still true. Attraction marketing is important. Like, know, and trust factor is important. We don't generally come over to the platform we're on right now and blatantly be like, oh, here's our sale post, or here's our product, or this collagen has this benefit to it. That's what you want to do on Pinterest. You want deliberate, in your face sales pins. Oh, this is so uncomfortable, right? I know, but that's what they're looking for. 85% of those people, they're ready to buy right now. The second type of person, and so this is what I'm saying, the attraction marketing stuff, that's not going to work for them because they're looking for what they want right now. And if you are getting too long to get to the point, they are moving on to someone else and they're buying from someone else. Is this super uncomfortable or is this making sense? Let me know in the comments if you're like, okay, we're here for it, we're digging it, I get it. So the second type of buyer person on Pinterest is one who's looking for inspiration and they know they're almost ready to buy. They're almost ready to buy. These are the type of people who they're looking for the inspiration that's in their mind, but they might not know how to portray that, right? So what they're doing is they're talking gibberish in the top search bar. This is what's called keywords. So I had a client who was searching for, they were repainting her home, the exterior of her home, and she knew what she wanted, but she didn't know what she wanted, if that makes any sense. So she went to Pinterest, she typed in the search bar, tan exterior house paint, and I forget, but it was a bunch of like run-on words. It's not how we would speak. It's not how we would talk. It's not how we would put our copywriting out there. But she was looking for inspiration. And so those marketers who had pins established that spoke gibberish in the title through keywords, literally just like how she was searching, those are the pins that populated. Tan, exterior house paint, blah, 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 right? However else she worded it. They were not proper English. It was just keywords meshed together. That's what we need to do. And that's what I'm going to teach you in this masterclass next Friday. When they find your pins, now it's a visual search engine, right? So now they're looking and they're comparing your pin to other pins. And they're just looking for what they want. So your first task, if you will, is to find the right keywords based on your ideal person, and understand how they are searching in the search engines. You create the content that speaks to that, exactly how they're searching. That's what gets you found on what's called the home feed, right? So that first person, they're buying. They've got their credit card out, they're ready to go. They want to buy now. The second person, that's the person looking for the inspiration to find what they are looking for. And so now they've done their research. They've got your pins up on the screen with a bunch of other people. And now they're judging you based on the aesthetic. Aesthetic means look, it means appearance. What does it look like? And they're feeling their feels. They're like, oh, yeah, I can definitely see that one, or oh, that's not for me. And they keep scrolling. And so when the aesthetic, the visual matches, they are either going to click into your pin and go buy the thing, right? Or become a lead, because this works for service-based as well, not just product. So they will click the link that has the potential to lead to your product, whether it's physical or digital, right? Your Etsy store, your Amazon affiliate link, your lead magnet, your calendar link, your podcast, your YouTube channel, your Facebook group. We can pin just about anything. And those people are going to go click and buy or become a lead, or they're going to do something more powerful. This is why we don't track followers on Pinterest, because we don't care. We don't need followers to make money. We don't need followers to be effective. People find your pin on the home feed. If it's for them based on the keyword search and the visual appearance, they're going to click and go, right? So they're taken off of Pinterest to wherever you're bringing them. So you'll see there's not even an opportunity for them to go look at your Pinterest profile. They didn't need to become a follower in order to outbound and go wherever you're taking them. Or, like I said, the most powerful thing they could do is click that save button. And this is really the third type of person, is they're going to hit save on your pin and they're going to tuck it away into one of their boards until they're ready. I think that's the hardest part for us. We track saved pins just as intentionally as we track the outbound clicks. Those people who are saving your pins, not only are they promoting you, your pin, your content, and your offer to their entire Pinterest network, but they're telling their brain, that's what I'm looking for. I'm not quite ready for it yet, because there's 15% of pinners who don't have their credit card in hand ready to buy, right? So when they are ready, whether the finances come through or it's the right time, timing is everything. We can't control people. It's always what's going on their timeline. That's when they'll go back to your saved, the pin that's yours, but they saved it on their boards, their account, and they'll go back and find you. And, I had someone once tell me there's ultimately 3 types of buyers in the world. Number one is like the Home Depot person, right? Home Depot, when you think of Home Depot, it's contractors, it's do-it-yourselfers, it's people who know what they want to accomplish, but they're just going in to get the ingredients, to get the supplies. That person is not the person that's going to hire you for coaching, right? Not necessarily, because they have the mindset of, I'm doing this myself. I just need a few things to get it done. Those are the people that might download your ebooks, lead magnet, listen to a podcast or YouTube, right? Because then they're going to go DIY. They're going to do it themselves, and that's okay. Then you have the IKEA-minded person who they think they can do it themselves. They go to IKEA and they're like, all right, we're going to do this. They buy all the things, bring it home. They open the package and they think, I didn't realize there were this many pieces. I didn't realize there was this many instructions. Maybe I can't do this myself. I need some guidance. I need some mentorship. I need some help. So these are the people who are going to watch your tutorials. They may hire you for like a 1 or 2 session like strategy thing. And then there's the third type of person that says, where have you been all my life? You are literally the answer to my prayers, and I need what you have. It's the same on Pinterest. They're going to buy now. Those are the where have you been all my lifers. They're the IKEA people that are like, hey, I am going to opt in and see if I can piece this together. And if I can't, at least I'm in your ecosystem, right? I know how to access you. I'm on your email list. I'm receiving nurturing messages. And then I go out and find you and boom, I'm in your world. And the Home Depot person is like, okay, I'm going to save this for later. I might be ready later. I might do it myself later. We'll see what happens. It's all good. We need and want all three of those type of buyers, all three of those type of Pinterest people. And then of course there's us. There's the marketers. Right? Our job as the marketer is to get in front of people based on how they're searching and what they're looking for. And that's why I tell everybody it doesn't matter what your business is, it'll be fine because Pinterest is a powerful search engine. Last time at this time last year, literally September of 2024, we had 465 million monthly active users, and now we're up over 578 million just in a year. People are catching on. They're getting it. There's also over 99,000 Google searches every single second. There's over 8 billion Google searches per day. And every pin that you create will rank on Google. All right. So this is very, very powerful stuff. This is not stuff that Ray was saying, let's just give them one more thing to do as a rank maker because you can handle it. It's how do we strategically connect your digital dots in a way that helps lift you up and generate leads and generate sales while you're sleeping, so that as you're over here, maybe speaking, maybe actively building on social, you can passively allow Pinterest to pull people in, the right people, into your ecosystem. So do yourself a favor. Get registered for our Pins to Paychecks Masterclass. I've taught this before. I have raving reviews. This isn't a smoke and mirror. You're going to leave empty wishing that you had value. If there's one thing that I learned from Ray, it's the definition of the word value. And sometimes, maybe to a fault, I over deliver. You're going to want to register. You're going to want to put it on your calendar, and you are going to want to bring a notebook. So I hope this helped, and I will see you next Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern. Have a great week, and it is Wealth Wednesday. Bye for now.